Hey guys, this is Mike with Open It and Play. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Giant Size X-Men Marvel's Banshee figure. This figure is pretty new, but I've been kind of like waiting to review it for a while. I just had a lot of figures come in at once, so I'm kind of working my way through them. But I don't want to open everything on the same day, but I opened this the same way I usually do so I can still display it at a later time. So I just cut it with a pair of scissors or an X-Acto knife. A box cutter works well, but just on the side so we can just pop it open and then we can display it again later if we want. But I forgot to show you the back of the package before I popped it open, so the back of the package looks like that. Hopefully you can see that okay. So it's a pretty nice looking package. I think it's colorful. It's kind of hitting all the what's the word? Hitting all the notes that it should hit. But it's running on all cylinders. No, that's not right. But anyway, this one's a bit unique. It's got a couple extra pieces of plastic in there to keep his arms in place. And usual legalese type thing. And if we get the guy out, so he's got some accessories, so we'll take a look at his accessories first. The first one you may have noticed is this little dinky comic. So I think it's done very well. It just says Marvel Legends series on the back. These are supposed to be in scale with these figures, but if you're into comics, you'll know that they're just a little bit too big to go with these figures. But I think the printing on them is really nice. It's just kind of a gimmick, but having one set of figures that have this is kind of cool. You might be able to use it as an accessory for something, but I think I'm going to use mine in a diorama. So, okay, and then we have these alternate hands that he came with. So you can see for his right hand, he has this open palm. If this will focus on it, it's kind of an off color because the yellow is so bright. And then he also has this trigger finger, which also goes with that. And I don't know why Banshee has a trigger finger, but I don't think he's using too many weapons usually. Sorry, it's not going to focus. It's really not going to focus. Somehow it doesn't like this color, or it doesn't like this thing. Good grief, that took a while. I'm sorry. Okay, it looks like that. Just kind of a closed, almost a fist, but it does grip onto something. And then you have this alternate head, which I really hope it'll focus on, because this is pretty nice looking head. He's got his bushy hair there. I'm going to lock it because its autofocus keeps tracking the wrong way. So I'm very glad that he came with the screaming head. Siren, Banshee's daughter, didn't come with it for her figure. She just has a passive face, which is really a missed opportunity when the character's power is based on their voice. But here he is. I'll give you a good look at him up close. And we have this very cheap looking fabric on the back. From the front it looks pretty good. When his wings are out, or his basically wings are out, it looks pretty good, but the back part is kind of an eyesore. I wish they'd spend the money and do it properly, but you may be able to buy two and stitch that together yourself, but I don't know about you guys, but I never learned how to sew properly, so I am not going to attempt that myself. But yeah, he's a pretty simple figure, but he is what we are hoping for all these years, because this guy has been a really long time coming. Let's go through his articulation. So he can look up that far. his collar does get in the way. He can look down a whole heck of a lot. Okay, and he can look, of course, to the side. This is your usual disc hinge with a ball joint. And then he does have just a little bit of attitude, but just very bare minimum. So, okay, his shoulders do have butterfly joints, and they get you back a pretty decent amount. I'm not positive if this is the Vulcan body because I don't have very many figures with it yet, but I think it's the Vulcan body, Vulcan buck. Okay, so the range is not too bad. It looks like my Banshee's left shoulder has better range than the right shoulder. I don't know if that's a common occurrence for these guys, but just seems to be that way. But okay, and it's got the usual disc hinge type of joint. I always call it ball joint, but it's more like another disc hinge, but it does pivot on a ball, but it's not technically a ball. Okay, and then it's got his usual bicep cut. It's got double jointed pinless elbows that will get you back as far as you need, I think. And his usual wrists that swivel and hinge. Both of these hinge this way. The alternate hands I think you could see, but the gun hand hinges up and down vertically. Sorry, this is the gun hand. That other one was the gripping hand, hinges vertically. And the open one is side to side. So 3 side to side and 2 vertical. Okay, and then he does have ab crunch that will get you back that far and down that far. He has a swivel at the waist, typical Marvel Legends style. He can kick up not all that far, but it's probably not a very big issue with Banshee. His thigh cut works fine, and he's got double jointed pinless knees that will get you back that far. He has boot cut, but this part does look pretty ugly in the front. The yellows don't quite match. They're not terrible, but they don't quite match. Whoops. Got some trouble focusing today. There we go. But I thought I could refocus that a bit better. But okay, then his ankles go that far back and this far forward, and he does have ankle pivot. So I don't know if you guys like Banshee or not, but I think he's kind of a cool character. I grew up in the time where Banshee's already kind of an established character, but when I was sort of getting into comics, Banshee was kind of becoming the sort of like a co-leader or an advisor for the Generation X team. So I had him in some of the Generation X books. Let's put him back here and do some quick comparisons with some other X characters. Here he is alongside Nightcrawler and with Wolvie. And you can see Iceman here. I don't have Siren here. She's actually at home. She's still in the box, or she's in her box, but I guess I took her out once, but she's sort of waiting at home until she gets a good screaming head. But I actually have one now that I got that new Red Sonja figure. I have to try that at home. I still haven't put that head on her. So there he is with Beast. As we can all expect, Beast is going to dwarf him like he dwarfs everybody. Okay, and alongside Iron Man, one of my favorites, alongside an angry Captain America. But okay, let me know what you guys think about Banshee. Does the character appeal to you? I think he's kind of a charming character in some ways, but his powers, I'm kind of scientifically minded, so his powers always don't quite make sense. I wish they made more sense to me, but anyways, that's it for this review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.